I'm fascinated with what McKenna may have said at half time and how they change things. And he's clearly not going to go in and be a teacup chucker and just kind of fire them up. He's going to give you solid, calm, thoughtful analysis. So can you talk a little bit about what Baz told you?
Yeah, the analysis that they do half time, I think that, as you say, McKenna isn't one to go out there and shout about what's gone wrong. He's someone that utilizes the time very well. 15 minutes is very much a finite amount of time to go out there and totally change a game of football, especially when you have a half like they had last night where it was pretty much one-way traffic, let's be honest, for the 45 minutes. So to go and do that in a short space of time is difficult. He's not one to sit down and say, you did this wrong, you're not playing out in the back well enough, you're not up to speed. He's someone that seems to sit them down. They obviously have the screens there, and immediately they get to work on here's how to fix it, as Stu said. There's been a few players that have spoken about the screens before. They seem to be quite a key part. I don't know exactly whether this is kind of like it'd be interesting to know, wouldn't it, how it works, if they all have like individual tablets or something like that. They bring a big screen and have it in the dressing room. A few players have mentioned this when I've spoken to them before in terms of how do things change at half time. What does the manager say? They don't really kind of say, play with more desire and passion or anything like that. They all talk about the screens and talk about the work that they do in terms of, as you said, solving the puzzle. So that was really interesting. Vaz is far from the only one who I've heard talk about it. And modern football to an extent, I suppose. You wouldn't have seen any of this X amount of years ago. It just works so well. And I think that, again, I don't know how it compares to other clubs at the level, other clubs, maybe even higher up the level. I don't know to what extent they would work in the same way. But I definitely say there's an argument in saying it plays a big part in the fact that, look at the record, we're coming from behind 21 points now in total. That is probably, I'd say, about 5 or 6 clear of the next in that. I can't remember exactly what the numbers are in terms of the other teams, but that's absolutely astonishing.